Hello, and my name's Harvey Hinkler, and I am joined with Hodge, player coach at Sunderland here, Craig Hodgson. How are you doing today, mate?
Yes, very well, mate. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well, thanks. The FA Cup draw happened just an hour ago. Prescot Cables at home in the next round. Is that an exciting time?
Yeah, definitely. I think whenever you put up against a team from leagues above you, it's always going to generate a little bit of excitement, and yeah, we're really looking forward to it. Obviously, yeah.
A trip up for them because the Merseyside team got a good reputation in this competition as well. It should be a good test for a few of the lads.
Yeah, definitely, and I think obviously the home tie is a big advantage for us. Like you say, it's not the easiest travelling midweek when lads are at work and things like that. So we'll relish the fact that it's at home and that they've got to do the travelling. But yeah, we're obviously full of confidence at the moment, and obviously spirit's good amongst the lads. So it's definitely one to look forward to.
And I think Saturday, the win at Thornaby in the last round showed the capabilities of this squad. And despite it being quite a young squad this season, especially on Saturday, how hungry do you think those young players are to prove themselves in such a prestigious competition?
Yeah, really hungry. I think, like you mentioned the squad there, and I think the squad really came through on Saturday. I think that was obvious. You know, I think someone said it was one of the youngest teams the RCA has put out in the FA Cup before. So again, that's credit to the lads that did come in and did a brilliant job on Saturday. We did have players missing, really good players who would obviously, they would walk into most teams at our level. So, but we didn't let that affect us, and the lads who came in were brilliant. Everyone to a man put a shift in on Saturday, and it was a really good performance all round.
Yeah, of course, you played yourself on Saturday, but looking from more of a coaching side, now you've gone into that side of the game. You mentioned the Prescot Cables, a couple of divisions higher. How do you, from a coaching perspective, go into preparing to face a team slightly at the level above?
I think, I mean, obviously, I'm sure there'll be plans in place to try and get them looked at, to try and have a little bit more information about them. Um, I know their season hasn't even started yet in the league so far, so it's obviously difficult to gauge. And I think what we know is, and what we are trying to instill amongst ourselves, is that we can be a threat to anyone that we play in and around our level. You know, we'll give anyone a game as long as we're prepared right, and as long as we put the same sort of effort and commitment that we showed on Saturday. We don't want to worry too much about the other teams that we're going to play, because we thoroughly believe in ourselves, and we really think that we can go and impose our game on other teams. So I don't think we're going to worry too much about them, if I'm being honest. Obviously, we know that there's probably not a great deal of difference between the Northern League and that level above, where we've seen Dunstan and Marsk kind of head up in the last couple of years. So yeah, very confident in our own ability, and sure that we'll be prepared as best we can for a week on Tuesday.
And yeah, it's an exciting fixture to look forward to, definitely. And you've started the season quite well. You had an impressive pre-season, drawing your first league game, and obviously the win on Saturday. What are your hopes for what this team can achieve this season?
I think obviously, we had a bit of a change around it at the end of the season. We've had new lads come in. The new boys who come in have been excellent. They've been brilliant from the very first day of pre-season up until Saturday, and long may that continue. They've just injected a bit of sort of new life into the team a little bit, I think. And what I've noticed is that spirit and that morale that RCA has had in the whole time I've been part of the club is really back to where it should have been. Maybe it wasn't quite there last year, and everyone's kind of pulling together and working for each other. So in terms of what we can achieve this season, I think that's entirely down to us. I really believe that we can have a very positive season, but we're very conscious of not putting too many sort of targets on that. I think it's the old cliche, but we're just going to take every game as it comes. We've had a good start. Obviously, we would have liked to have opened our league campaign with a win, but I think we come away from that derby game thinking, it can go either way. First game of the season can go any way, especially in a derby. So we were kind of quite happy to come out of that with the point in the end. And obviously we're going to just try and progress from there. But in terms of how we started in the FA Cup, obviously very, very pleased to have gone through these first two rounds.
And I asked Army the same question on Saturday, so I'll ask you, how many games to Wembley?
I don't think I've got enough fingers.
Not too far away. It's always achievable. You never know.
magic
of the cup and all that.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me this afternoon, and we very much look forward to that tie next week. And let's hope we can get through to the next round.
My pleasure. Cheers.